Would this gift not be better coming from you?
So apparently my live stream
Perhaps, but it can't, for
just
reasons
cut
I
off.
can't go into. Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm back on. Hey, when it does that.
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
Okay, let's make
The
sure.
sweet
Hopefully it
little
runs
blue
smooth
ones
this
that grow
time.
around the fount.
I just
Elder's
restarted
blessings,
from
they're called.
where I
We use
left
them to
off.
dye our fabrics so we always feel close to water like they are. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 basketfuls should be enough for my husband to be getting on with.
2 basketfuls it is.
2 basketfuls it is. Yes, prioritize. Alright. Let's go pick some flowers. Collect elders' blessings from the flower pickers. Need to collect 2.
Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of elders' blessings? Pavard's wife tasked me with collecting some for her husband and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah.
I've just noted all of them have blue eyes and
she?
silver hair.
Go on then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it. An old fool Pavard may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
That's awesome. Alright, this will be the second one.
Ah, welcome to Haven, friend.
Thank you. Forgive my presumptuousness, but the smith's wife has asked me to make her husband a present of some elders' blessings. 2 basketfuls, to be precise.
2 basketfuls to be
Wow.
precise.
I have 1, if that's any help.
It is. I'm much obliged.
Awesome.
They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though that's not the only reason they have a special place in our hearts. Legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, the tributary of the time took some seeds with them. And as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. Every elder since has done the same. So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia, the flowers did too.
Alrighty.
Well, that's 2 basketfuls.
So apparently these flowers are a thing. Make do and men travel to go off. After completing the main objective of some side quest, you may be given an option to quick travel to quest's final destination. Immediately travel to wait your return, of course, the option they know.
Time to visit Pavard.
Okay.
What do you want?
Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
2 basketfuls of flowers, to be exact. Sir.
That woman. Come out. I know you're there.
What?
Who? Me?
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. It's just, my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the 2 of you to get acquainted. What with you being a swordsman like, and him being the only smith in the village. It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me.
So he's going to be the new blacksmith.
I'm
So
pretty much done with them
I'm
now.
pretty sure we're going to have a
But
level,
for the record,
a sword that's going to
Tributary
be
said
stronger
that we
than
were
the
to
one we
lend
have
you
currently.
outsiders our aid, and that's exactly what I was planning to do. With or without my darling wife's meddling. Still, here we are. Acquainted. So if there's out you need, just bring us the materials, all right?
All right.
I sure will.
All right,
Matter
then.
of fact, we could talk right now.
And tar for the flowers. I was running low.
You use them for dyeing, I hear.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue.
Maybe we can
We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons.
customize our suit color.
Remind us where we come from, like.
As modes of water. Children of the sea.
That's right. The PT.2 was left by our ancestors. The Ceaseless Rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that river has ebbed and flowed, changed its course, the flowers have always been with us, growing on our banks. I should get back to work.
Tell you these flowers are something
If you
serious.
need something crafting, let me know.
Oh, well. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Wasn't it just?
That's different. I guess that means, you know, farewell or something, or goodbye, or see you soon. Heaven Foundry now available. Alright, so I'm gonna go straight to him right now. I'm pretty sure I got enough resources to,
What is it you want?
Ooh, I told you. Oh, yes.
There.
Yes. Is that equipped? Hold on. Let's see what else we got. No, nothing. Reinforce.
Till
Nothing
next
else is
time, then.
benefiting me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that sucker in her. Yes, sir. But I have to go back to the. I don't know why. I need to change the. Dang. Okay, hold on real quick. I gotta fast travel back to. Where's the map? Oh. So in the last, in part 1, we were able to obtain the water elements. Let's see what we get. Let's see. Okay. Oh, yeah. I think I'll hold on that. I want to use all of it. Anyway. I need to go back to... Here, I gotta switch... It's customized now, so it's not gonna actually show the actual sword I have as the primary sword. So I gotta change the image. Not image, hell, you know what I'm talking about. I go to appearance. Wait, weapons. Yep. This one right here. Oh yeah, look at that. That thing's sexy. Oh yeah. Okay, so now we'll go back to... Hold on real quick. I'm finna get me something out of my fridge. Gotta wet my whistle. Alright. So we finished the side quest, so we're gonna go
ceaseless rill, guide
to the main story now. Yeah, that sword's sick.
no sign of the child.
Oh, you know what? I need to adjust my my attributes. Right here. There we go. Let me see. The Shiva. Right. Okay. Let's add that in. I pretty much like the other slots, so I'm not worried about those. Alright, here we go.
To understand the spell which binds Walyas, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant Walyas.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on.
She was turning into
So
stone.
armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan.
Being
They
a
would
blight.
create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end. and prosperity visit us once more.
That baby is still
And all it would require was the sacrifice
stuck
of a
within
single child.
that dominant.
A small price to pay. Or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the mother crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
Then I shall stay. I don't want
You
nothing
have
to do
my
with
thanks.
that bullshit. That's
Very
what he
well.
wanted to say.
We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
Alright, so we finna get into some action. If you want to know what I'm talking about with the dominant, Mijor, that's on part
The
1.
Vare is not easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
Actually, we could do this. You hold this down, and then you can get some backlog on, see right here, Walsh. The current dominant of Livinethan, born into the family of the tributary of the moats of water some 8 years ago. Sadly, family plotted to transform their new arrival into the heart of the mother crystal by means of forcing his icon to prime and freezing it in time. And that has been 80 summers now, she said. That's on part 1. Error channeling powers were in full flow. Their plan not only failed to produce a single crystal, but also made to Walsh to internal prisoner, who release would spell doom for their people, drowned beneath Leviathan waves. His only hope for freedom would be the coming of one who could remove his icon, or else best in battle, one such as Clive Rossfield. You guys can fast forward that. Alright, so this is where we're going to be heading. Alright, there's another side quest.
Sign of the child.
But oh, my man's just crying, man.
Just try
Damn.
to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fannet, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too, but
He got bronchitis.
this affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He
Get him
complains
some
of
water.
feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it.
Get him
My
something to
most
drink.
powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to
Some
wonder
water?
if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether.
You guys have orange
Should have
juice?
said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
Yeah, I can go in the house and get you
I'd be
some
happy
water.
to.
Or go to the well.
If
I
I
know you
can.
guys got some water somewhere.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to
Poor
before he
guy.
came down sick.
He just wants a drink of
Something
water.
must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long.
That
So
man
while
can't
we
even
talk to
speak.
Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
All right. Side quest activated. I like knocking out the side quests, you know. Uh
Oh, do you need something?
Hold on real quick. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Give me like literally like 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm a sucker for side quests.
I do, though not
If I
from the
see a side
Forge.
quest, I'm gonna go to it.
Fanit asked me to speak with you.
I don't know if
She's
it's
looking into the
OCD or
cause
what.
of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that...
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
Pretty much, in 2024 language, he be in the streets. Be out in these
Sign of the
streets.
child.
All right. So we're gonna go over here. Do I see any treasure chests? No, I do not.
Greetings, stranger.
He
What
looks
can I
like
do for you?
Gargamel.
Your name is Blazier, is it not? Pavard tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind
Maybe
of
he
thing.
got
I didn't,
attacked
of
by a
course.
poisonous monster.
But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fannet is looking for. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, eh?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
All right. Any shortcuts? No shortcuts. Just back and forth across the village. Guy's still over there suffering.
I spoke with Word.